Hey everyone, Nathaniel here. I'm at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines, Iowa. It's been a lot of fun. I've been in the Varied Industries building almost the entire fair, working for the RPI booth, which is the Republican Party of Iowa. It's been a lot of fun. I've spent a lot of time with Governor Kim Reynolds and Lieutenant Governor Adam Gregg, and I've been meeting all the congressional candidates as well. David Young has been hanging out in our booth quite a bit. He's all over the fair. This Des Moines is his district, and David Young is all over the place. He's loving it. Yay, Kim Reynolds. People are supporting Kim Reynolds here at the state fair. But it's been a lot of fun meeting all the candidates. They had the Des Moines Register soapbox, which they all spoke at. And it's been a lot of fun. Terry Branstad is back from China. The ambassador's been running around. Everyone loves Uncle Terry. And it's been a lot of fun. Mike Pence was in Iowa this past Wednesday. It was fun getting to spend a little bit of time with the vice president. And I've been spending a lot of time with the governor. Governor Kim Reynolds is amazing. Everyone who's met her loves her. And Adam Gregg is an absolute riot. He's a really great guy, and I'm really glad that Governor Reynolds picked him to be her running mate. Let's do a quick rundown of the polls right now. The Colonel poll at the Des Moines Register, which is a state first edition, Kim Reynolds is over 52% in supporting that, and there's been a couple other polls around here that she's well in the lead, but that doesn't mean we can let up. We got to keep our support out there for the governor, and we got to make sure people are going to be showing up in November for the election. We want to keep Iowa on this path as the greatest state in the nation. We do that by keeping the great leadership we have in Governor Kim Reynolds. Congressional districts are also up for grabs, and I want to give a shout out to District 1, which is Rod Blum. District 2 for your GOP is going to be Dr. Chris Peters. The thing I like about Dr. Chris Peters is he's an actual doctor. We're going to be going into a lot of healthcare debates in the 116th Congress, and we want an actual doctor. The argument is we don't want to separate a patient from their doctor, so let's put more doctors in there given the votes. So Dr. Chris Peters for District 2 in Iowa. District 3 is one of my absolute favorites, David Young. Des Moines is actually in his district, and he's been all over this state fair. I must say, I've been working with members of Congress since I was like 16, and David Young is by far one of the best members of Congress any state has ever had. And I just want to give a big shout out to the dedication he has to his district. He calls him the Sweet 16, but he always says people in his district are his bosses, and he always wants to hang out with people in his district. And that's the first actual negative thing I've heard about my shirt and hat. I've been getting a lot more positive ones. I've been getting negative ones. So 1 out of 100 ain't bad. I mean, I am in Iowa after all. Most people here are got their heads on their shoulders pretty good. Terry Branstad has been running around the state fair, and that's been a lot of fun. Everyone likes to see Terry Branstad, the ambassador to China from the United States. And then I also want to say one more thing. Steve King is District 4 GOP candidate. I want to encourage everyone to go support our GOP candidates in November. The election is going to be November 6th, I believe, 2018. Do a really quick recap. District 1 is Rod Blum. District 2 is Dr. Chris Peters. District 3 is David Young. District 4 is Steve King. For governor, I want you to go out there to vote for Governor Kim Reynolds and Adam Gregg for lieutenant governor. Now, some of the more actually interesting offices that will be running is Paul Pate. He's the Secretary of State. This guy is awesome. If you come at the state fair and go to this Secretary of State's booth, Paul's been out here most of the week when he can. Paul Pate, your GOP candidate for Secretary of State. So I want you to support him in November. I also want to have you throw your time back to Mary Mosman. Mary Mosman is the state auditor. She's the only CPA in the race. Having a CPA in the position of the auditor actually saves the state a lot of money because they can actually do the audits without having to outsource it to a third party. For Secretary of Agriculture, it's going to be Naig. I want everyone to go out there and support Naig for Agriculture Secretary. And then for Treasurer is going to be a guy by the name of Davis. So those are your GOP candidates for the 2018 election, which is going to be November 6, 2018. So this fall, get up to the polls and vote GOP. Because Iowa is the #1 state in the nation, and I like it. I want to keep it that way. To keep #1, we got to have the right leadership. So stay healthy, stay wealthy, stay wise, Iowa, and as always, stay classy, Iowa. Peace out.